I said, first of all, that we have a 2.5-minute DVD that will show you pictures of what I've been telling you about over the past few years.
My name is Mike Squires. I serve as a missionary with the Team Expansion Church Planting Team in Ghana, West Africa. As a missionary, I teach Bible lessons and help train church leaders involved in church planting movements among unreached people groups. Community development is a large part of our vision for sharing Christ with the people with whom we work. Loving people in practical ways shows them that we care and opens doors for sharing the love of God through Bible stories. Jesus ministered to people in all aspects of their lives and commands us to do the same. Africans do not divide life into religious and non-religious parts. People expect us to address all the various parts of life. We stress the role of the scriptures and literacy in the development of the community. Practical applications of Christian values are used to educate the church and community members in the relevance of the gospel message to address life's obstacles. As community development coordinator, my work consists of helping people improve their lives both spiritually and physically. I help people identify their priority problem, the resources they possess for solving such problems, and teach people how to do things for themselves so they will be less dependent on others. I coordinate the Agricultural Training Center and a well digging program. I teach people how to work together to solve problems using participatory decision making, how to plan, how to improve their health in agriculture, how to protect the environment, and stewardship. Examples include teaching the role of the Christian, how to prevent AIDS and malaria, and how to improve soil fertility to increase food production. Our community development work complements our work training people for indigenous church planting movements. This involves local people creating house churches, which then create other house churches, and so on, as the early churches did. Missionaries and church leaders train these local leaders and supervise how these house churches reproduce while clearly representing the gospel message. As an opportunity for your hands-on involvement, we host work teams from the U.S. for 1 to 2 weeks to help us do all of this in Ghana. Would you partner with me to reach the people of Ghana for Christ? Would you partner with me to help the people of Ghana improve their lives? Please pray for the people of Ghana.
Okay, that gives you some illustration of what I've been telling you about informally over the past 4 years. And on the back, in the narthex is a table where they have the handout, which explains a lot of this. It explains in detail about what it is we're talking about. As you see, that we're planting churches in West Africa. That's in our area of West Africa. It's only like 2% Christian. The rest are animist and Muslim. And so we're in the midst of planting churches, 31 villages, and I'll be called on to training the people how to lead these new churches. So you guys know that with the Lutheran Church in Togo, I trained the church leaders how to lead the church, and that led including how to write up the constitution, the bylaws, hold elections, and do church discipline and so forth. And that led to the church in Togo becoming recognized by the National Convention as being a self-governing, independent partner church of the Church Missouri Synod. Okay, and as Pastor said, it's, for missionaries, we need people to invest in our ministry in order for us to stay in the field. But this gives you an opportunity, investing in what God is doing in West Africa, advancing God's kingdom in Africa. This gives you an opportunity to be blessed by God for your obedience to the Great Commandment and Great Commission. Now, also on in the narthex, we have the pledge card, financial commitment card. You can send monthly donations. So we really need, in order to stay in the field overseas, we need people to give recurring monthly contributions. That can be done. This can be sent through Prince of Peace and Fremont. The cards there, the trade envelopes. And also, if you want to give online, the handout explains how to give that. It explains how to give online as well. So this will be very helpful so I can serve God as your representative in West Africa and be able to stay there for years to come. I also have a pledge card is on the narthex as well. So, and if there's have any questions, you can talk to me afterwards. If you have to explain more. But this is an example of how we're serving God overseas and how you can invest in advancing God's kingdom in Africa. Thank you.